done a lot of questionable things in my life. Serving Vermina was a horrible mistake, and I hope Mara will forgive me one day. Mara, running out of room, eh? I'll be glad to help. I'm ready. Let's continue.
It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
My
Where'd
parents
you
are
come
long
from?
dead. They lived in their farms.
Where'd you come from? It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it. It'll be good to get out of the sun for a while.
Finding Mara was the greatest moment of my life. I'll never forget the warmth that spread through my heart when we embraced. was a bit difficult to come to the ways of Mara at first, but my fellow priests were kind and quite patient. After running from Nightcaller Temple, I wandered Skyrim for years, until I was taken in by a priest of Mara who lived in Morthal.
Yes? You want something from me?
My parents are long dead. They lived wonderful lives. I have no sad stories to tell about them. Perhaps one day I'll visit their resting place.
That's it, out there to the north. We used to keep a boat around here to get there and back. Hey, so, before we go in there... I think so. And thanks for asking. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far, but after we get in there, I'm going to go my own way for a while. I think. I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control than that. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead.
After all these years, Lady Serana's back. Now that's something.
Finding my...
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes. My lord, everyone! Serana has returned!
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach and you will never fear death again. Then you will be prey, like all mortals. I will spare your life this once, but you will be banished from this hall. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
I've been enjoying this journey with you. Not for the wealth we've accumulated, but just being able to carry Mara's will to every corner of Skyrim.
I was just being considerate and taking that dangerous silver out of their house. You know, that's not good for their health.
Good day.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
You know, my father collected.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
None of what he collected.
After running from Nightcaller Temple, I wandered Skyrim for years, until I was taken in by a priest of Mara who lived in Morthal.
No lollygagging.
If you need potions, head over to Angeline's Aromatics.
You call yourself a wizard? I challenge you to a duel. I won't take no for an answer. Hey! Stop it! Victory's yours, I submit!
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and
I
secure
don't
the
know
town.
what persuaded you to assist me when we met in Dawnstar, but I'm glad you did.
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragon Bridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave...
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. Rest easy. You're dismissed.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragon Bridge. I've done my part. Dragon Bridge will have extra
Steward, when
guards.
is my appointment
Falk
to meet with
Firebeard
General
will find a way to
Tullius?
take care of the
There are
cave.
some issues we must speak about.
I'm afraid
Until
he's
next
had to
time.
schedule my grace.
Be quick. I
By
have
all
little
accounts,
patience for mundane
waging
concerns.
war takes his every moment.
Again? He can't simply cancel an appointment with the Jarl. He serves in my capital city.
I'm afraid he can. His authority comes from the Emperor, who
I
you
have so
also
very
serve,
many ways to deal with
technically.
people. Very
He
few
uses
of
all
them
of
are
Hafengar's
pleasant.
resources and doesn't answer to me in the slightest? This hardly seems fair.
Fair
You're
is a
trying my
word rarely
patience.
applied to politics, my grace. I'm afraid you must learn to accept this.
If you have
Do you have business with
please
the
see
court?
Falk Firebeard, my steward.
The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you, I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deeds of the day.
What an amazing city. I've actually never managed to visit Whiterun, but I always wanted to. There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too. You better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
It was a bit difficult to come to the ways of Mara at first. My priests were quite patient.
I don't claim... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Welcome to War Maidens. Take a look. Good doing business with you.
What the?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious.
All I can think about is my son, my soul. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. I just know it. I can feel it in my heart. You have to believe me. Please visit me at my home. I can tell you the whole story.
me sausages. I'm cooking a special breakfast for a friend, and they're his favorite.
Would your good friend be named John, by any chance? I've spied the two of you talking quite intimately.
Best you forget whatever you think you saw, Elf. Such idle talk can prove hazardous to one's health.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful.
I'm all ears. Take a look. All right, then.
They say Helgen got hit.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Come back anytime. if you need a remedy.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. Everything's for sale, my... Take a look. Do come back.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
I've never admitted this before, but I've killed more than I care to admit. I'll just leave it at that.
To our elven overlords, sharing a heaven. With man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth! Today, they take away your faith. On the tomorrow, what then? Do the elves take your homes?
There's
Your
a rift here in
businesses?
Skyrim. Can't
Your
neither
children?
magic nor the passing
Your
of
very
time.
lives? You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right! I said coward! Oh, yes. He agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it
the White Gold Concordat.
Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine.
We cannot afford to act rash. My lord, please. This is no time for rash.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
Who's this, then?
As House Carl, my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. You know about Helgen? The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Approach.
Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World's gone mad, I say.
So, you were at Helgen? You saw this dragon with your own eyes? By Ismir, Irileth was right.
Greatest moment of my life.
What do you say now?
I'll never forget the warmth that spread through
Shall
my
we
heart.
continue
when
to
we
trust in the
embraced.
strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
So angry, he can hardly stand it. Father promised me a new dress days ago. Now where is it?
It takes a while to make a dress, Dagny. You have to be patient.
But I don't want to be patient. I want a dress right now. Father promised.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's
So the Jarl
boots.
thinks you can
Good
be of
job.
use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. An old tomb built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlords. Oh no, many were killed, of course. but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgroof's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. You know,
this is a priority now.
You should join
anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Oh, I thought you were already on your way to Bleak Falls. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. Off to Bleak. Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Hail, Summoner. Conjure me up a warm bed, would you?
Walk among the stars!
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got 2 clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. More bad blood between the houses. Fralya is convinced our family is somehow at fault for the loss of their son. There's no reasoning with these people anymore. Long live the Empire.
Oh no! What happened here?
We are the children.
All right, now everyone back away. Let the law handle this.
God
but...
of man.
If anyone saw anything, step forward. Otherwise, step away from the body.
What happened?
You there. Wait a moment.
The very idea is inconceivable to our elven folk.
Avelstein Greymane and I were best friends as children. If I see that traitor again, I'll throw him in jail myself.
They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today,
You there. What do you know about this? If you happen to recollect anything about the incident, you be sure to report to the captain of the guard. I've got my eye on you.
Your very lives. And what does the
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience if you're going to run a business.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come back anytime if you need a remedy. What do you need, my friend? Farewell. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service.
I've never admitted this before, but I've killed more than I care to admit. I'll just leave it at that.
I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avrstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother.
You lost? Thorold's disappearance has left our family in shambles. Thorold's disappearance has been hard on all of us, but Alwali has taken it badly. He's afraid of being taken as well, so he hasn't left the house. All he talks about is Thorold. Please help Alwali if you can. Something has to be done, or we're all going to lose our minds. You take
So,
care of yourself.
you're here to help? I know that Thorold's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorold didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorold supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it. Anything that confirms that Thorold isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. Best if you didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Finally agreed to send you back to Riverwood.
Yes, Housecarl. We'll leave immediately.
It's just us against the dragon? Is that it?
I can't afford to send anyone else, and we don't know where the dragon is. Your main job will be to keep an eye out and get the people to safety if the town is attacked. I don't expect the three of you to fight off the dragon by yourselves, but I...
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Grease home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Let's move out. Time's a-wasting.
And what might you need,
Fancy yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle anyway.
I've never seen Mjol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
What brings you to Balliman today? Take a look. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The Forge knows the difference. Nothing like the smell. You wish to do what I do? Very well. Remember, nothing but
they lived wonderful lives.
Will do.
I have no sad stories to tell about them. Perhaps one day I'll visit their resting place.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here. The fairest prices and the highest
Looking to stay
quality.
alive? Why take a chance?
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Falmer blood elixir.
Protect yourself right.
Beautiful marbles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Potions, exotic ingredients, I have it all.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine Falmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Genuine Falmer blood elixir for sale. Live for thousands of years. See into other people's thoughts.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from world.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Gems, potions,
Protect
exotic
yourself
ingredients,
right.
I
Buy
have them all.
armor from Grelm.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine Falmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Make love like a saber cat,
Looking
or
to stay
crush
alive?
your enemies to
Why
dust
take a
like a
chance?
giant. Only a mere
Jewelry
20
with
gold coins,
legendary
and all
Argonian
this could be
craftsmanship.
yours. Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Falmer blood elixir.
Skyrim.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelm.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine Falmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims
Stay
each.
alive?
Jewelry
Why take
here.
a chance?
Make love
like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Tell about it.
Learn the library's worth of knowledge in moments, or throw back that missing limb with my genuine Balmer blood elixir.
Ingredients, I have them all.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Why take a chance?
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Don't miss out. Purchase a bottle of my genuine Farmer blood elixir. Only 20 septims each.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Buy some armor and live to tell about
Fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Beautiful
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Buy armor from Relka.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Balmer blood elixir.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients,
stay alive?
I have them all.
Why take a
Jewelry
chance?
with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Genuine Balmer blood
bauble
elixir for
with
sale.
gleaming
Live for
gemstones
thousands
over
of years.
here.
See into other people's
Buy armor
thoughts.
from Relka.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from Morrowind.
Buy some armor and live to tell about
Make
it.
love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to
Buying
dust
and
like a
selling
giant.
fine
Only a
jewelry
mere 20
here.
gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients, I have them all.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that
Beautiful
missing
marble
limb with my
gleaming
genuine Balmer blood
gemstones over
elixir.
here.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments, or grow back that missing limb with my genuine Balmer blood elixir.
Jewelry with legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
Genuine Balmer blood elixir. for
Greetings,
sale.
honored friend.
Live for thousands of
Everything
years.
I've got on
See into
display,
other people's
really.
thoughts.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
You gonna buy something? See for yourself. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady.
Need something?
Unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard.
Yeah?
Make sure there's a contingency
Yes?
plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, my lady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right.
Take care with those flames. Get away from me.
I've done a lot of questionable things in my life. Serving Vermina was a horrible mistake. And I hope Mara will forgive me.
Riften's under my protection. You watch yourself now.
Yes?
Jarl Layla's houseguard. Oh. Ask that you maintain a respectable distance from her.
Talk of strange happenings at Autumn Shade clearing just north of the lake. My guess? Brigands.
Yes, my lady. That unpleasantness at Helgen supposedly involved the dragon. It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak hard.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
Yes, my lady. That unpleasantness at Helgen
Need something?
involved a dragon. It killed several soldiers.
Oh, okay, that sound wasn't my inventory, it was that adventurer getting paid. Okay. I thought it got pickpocketed or something.
Before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, my lady. I've also taken the liberty.
I've done a lot of
private carriage.
questionable things in
Just
my
in
life. Serving Vermina was a horrible
Riften should
mistake.
fall, it's only
And I
right
hope
that
Mara
someone
will
says.
forgive me one day.
Did we have it? Excuse my disorganization. Take a look. Okay. Now where did I put those spiders?
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband.
Can I interest you? See for yourself.
I suppose I could do this.
Keep your eyes to the road. Gems, potions, exotic ingredients.
Come to see the finest weapons and armor. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will
You're
do.
a stranger here too, huh?
Welcome to the Pond Prawn. Come on in, take a look around. Welcome to the Pond Prawn. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Aye.
Hi there. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to ask of you. So, my husband and I, we just got married, and... Oh, I'm so happy! Right now, we need every help we can get to make our new living. I was wondering, just maybe, you're carrying a few things you don't have need for. If you could share something we can make use of, I'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Here, have a cup of snowberry tea. May you be blessed by Lady Mara, as I am. Hmm? Oh? Are you? You must be mistaking me for someone else. So, if you'll excuse me... Alright. Done. Oh? You must be mistaking me for someone else. So, if you'll excuse me... Alright, look. I'm not getting married, okay? I lied. You got me. But did I do anything wrong? Did I steal from you? No. No. You had this huge sack full of jugs and some old cups and things you don't actually use. The way I see it, I saved you from a burden of carrying things you could have left behind. I helped you. And you helped me help you. See what I mean? I mean... Sorry.
I've never admitted this before, but I've killed more than I care to admit.
So what happens now? I know how I seem odd. You might even call me a thief. Stealing was my trade once, but I'm not doing that anymore. I wasn't always like this, you know. I grew up in a wealthy family. My father was a merchant, and our home was a sturdy manor. One day, Dad told me he made a bad investment and that we had to leave our home to start over. So my parents, my 3 sisters and I, suddenly poor. We didn't even have proper cutlery in our new home. I missed my own silver cup. I wanted our home back. So I went out and took things I found at the market. Yes, and I was proud. I even found some potions from my mom. She was sick and in bed at the time, you see. So I came home with my findings and... Daddy was standing at the door. I still dream of that pitiful stare. He slammed the door and I waited there for 3 days. I was only 12. Being disowned. Starving. Alone. That's when Brynjolf found me. So I was with the guild for a while, and with my partner, we took a job where we had to deliver an old painting to our client. Easy job. It went well until my partner accidentally made a scratch on the painting in front of our client. At the very last second of our job. The old man was infuriated, enormously. He grabbed a crossbow hanging on the wall and pulled the trigger. My partner was put a bolt in his head. There was talk among the guild that they were cursed, and even though I wasn't superstitious, that moment I thought, this might be it. So I managed to slip away from the murder and left the guild altogether. So now here I am. Anyway, the reason why I took old wares and used clothes and cups is because I guess they gave me comfort, like I found my home again. The other day, an old lady gave me these rusty silver cups, and I thought, they looked exactly like what we used to have in our home. Anyway, thanks for bearing with my life story. I swear, I won't bother you again. Divines bless your kind heart.
would be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
After running from Nightcrawler Temple, I wandered Skyrim for years, until I was taken in by a priest of Mara who lived in Morthal.
Here we go!
Never come here. No sign of it.
I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for overly recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. I don't suppose you have some good news for me. Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know. A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she? And so you delivered her to them. They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll? So they have everything they wanted, and we're left with nothing. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle. Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance. Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach, convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet. Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan. There's only one thing worth remembering. When it comes to vampires, if you're sloppy or careless, you're dead. And good people will die because of you. I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my tracks and I keep my eyes open. If you're smart, you'll do the same. Keep your eyes open.
I always felt a great deal of guilt running from Nightcrawler Temple and leaving my friends to die. I'll never forgive myself for that. parents are long dead. They lived wonderful lives. I have no sad stories to tell about them. Perhaps one day I'll visit their resting place.
Find Serene and Gunmar, and maybe we can do something about this mess.
What the?
Yes. Take a look. Mm-hmm.
Don't know what persuaded you to assist me when we met in Dawnstar, but I'm glad you did. your eyes open.
Looks like we got ourselves a hero.
A group of bandits descended on Dawnstar once. If it wasn't for the guard, who knows what they could have done to the place. Running from Nightcaller Temple. I wandered Skyrim for years, until I was taken in by a priest of Mara who lived in Morthal. My parents are long dead, but they lived wonderful lives. I have no sad stories to tell about them. Perhaps one day I'll visit their resting place.
Never should have come here.
You there! Hold fast! I've tracked this damned bear for 2 weeks. I'll not let it have any more victims. Ithran needing someone else's help. Never thought I'd hear that. I'm afraid he's a few years too late. I've moved on. I have more important business to attend to. Mind yourself. Ithran? I'm afraid he's a few... Besides, he can handle anything alone. He assured me so himself. What could he possibly need my help with? Vampires? That... well, that might change things. Tell me more about what's going on. By the 8th. Alright, look. I'll consider it. But I can't just leave this bear to prey on more innocent people. Once it's dealt with, then perhaps I'll see what Ithran expects of me. Ghost, I knew I heard something.
There's a cave. Right there.
Must be gone now. Don't know how well I'd have managed by myself. You have my thanks. You've helped me, so I suppose the least I can do is find out what Isran wants. He's still at that fort near Stendar's beacon, I assume. Of course he did. He's been working on that place for years now. Never lets anyone in. His own little fortress. Well, I guess I'll get to see what he's been up to all this time. I'll meet you there.
What the?
My parents are long dead. They lived wonderful lives. I have no sad stories to tell about them. Perhaps one day I'll visit their resting place.
I'll see you at Fort Dawnguard.
I lost my twin sister a while back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
Everyone needs some metal hammered.
Take a look.
It was a bit difficult.
Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come
My
see
fellow
me.
priests were kind and quite patient with me.
Cookware, knife. All at reasonable prices.
A few septims. Supper is all I ask.
Assorted wares and tools you just can't live without. Come and...
So charity.
Buying and selling a wide range of assorted goods. Selection and Windhelm.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed.
I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere. I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
You want something from me? You want something from me?
Fruits and vegetables, all ripe and ready for your table.
Yes? Make it quick. Yes?
Take home Windhelm's finest and
Yes?
produce today.
You want something from me?
Assorted fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
Speak quickly. Need some. I don't haggle. If you want a lower price, look elsewhere. I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days?
Come and browse my fine selection. Everything's...
Looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale.
I've done a lot of questionable things in my life. Serving Vermina was a horrible mistake.
Trinkets,
I hope
odds and
Mara will
ends,
forgive
that
me
sort of
one day.
thing. thank you for your custom.
Working in Windhelm is great.
Take
Get
a
to
look.
see Ulfric up close.
Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
I lost my twin sister a while back. My father says we need to just get on with our lives.
Master,
Like
you're
it's
far
that
too
easy.
old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. I'm so close to the answer. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the White Phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's good to know there are some people out there who are willing to help an old man. It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken cave to the west of here. Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need the skills of a master alchemist to reach its resting place. Luckily for you, I've already made the mixture. Here, take it. Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. A legendary bottle, forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container, made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is poetry. I've spent my entire life searching for it. It brought me all the way to these frozen reaches from the warm embrace of Somerset Isle. Entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages with local legends that contain but a whisper of a hint of the phial. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who had heard of it. And now it's within my grasp. But the Eight, it seems, have chosen me for their amusement. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on it. So, you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Why are you still standing around here? Go get me the file, you fool!
I'll never have Master Nurelian's skill with potions. It doesn't matter what I believe. Nurelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now. Are you kidding? I came all the way from Cyrodiil just to work with him. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. Mm-hmm.
Won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. If you have any news of the Western Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately. These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls.
If it's better board you're after, Candlehearth Hall's got both.
If Ulfric needs a favor, he has it. Whatever I don't already know. Power is the crux of this world. There's always more of it to be had, if you look in the right places.
God killed more than I care to admit.
No, but then I don't have much need for Ulfric. We both leave well enough alone. Take a look. Strength and steel are well and good, but magic is the true power in this world.
Stay away from the Oratino residence. The place is cursed.
And let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.
After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my own safety.
No one bought any flowers again today. They're dead. My mama died when I was little. I don't remember her very well. My father was a Stormcloak soldier. One day he left and didn't come back. I'm all alone. I try to sell flowers so I can buy food. It's not much, but what else can I do? Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Isn't it obvious? I'm working with my collection. You ask a lot of questions, don't you? Fate cards. Now leave me alone. I'm losing count. Really? That's amazing. I haven't found that many people who keep hold of them. These Nords are magical neophytes and use them as kindling. If you are interested in starting a collection or making a trade, I'd be interested in seeing what you have. I also have a few spare rare cards I'd be willing to sell.
I had no real childhood to speak of.
I have a few choice cards available for the right price.
Grey Quarter's not much to look at now, but
apparently some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. Let's sate that appetite, If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
Let me know if you see anything you like. All my goods are legitimate. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come again.
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
by the Hist, if I don't get something soon, I don't know how I'll get through the week. No, I'm not. I feel like my scales are clawing into me. Maybe you could help an old Argonian out? I heard some of the sailors talking about how they stashed a bottle of double-distilled skooma in the Nissus Corner Club. I just need a taste. Hist spit on you. I would not complain if you returned with some skooma.
Sorry, but I'm not looking to hire any more crew right now.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sadri's used wares. Talk to the elf.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I've got a clean mug around here. Somewhere.
That man, Balor, must be sent to Stendarr. What do you think will happen if that man loses control of his eye? Many people will suffer, don't you understand? You must. Otherwise, you cannot be a Vigilant of Stendarr anymore.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner.